You guys, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl BerryFae, and today, as you can tell from the title, we are filming the Q&A that I had on my Instagram a few weeks ago. So yes, I have them all on my phone and I'm gonna answer these questions. Some of them are funny, some of them are, you know, a bit more gotta get in detail with, but I'm gonna do the best I can with answering them as honestly as possible without exposing too much, if that makes sense. So let me go to my screenshots album and we're just gonna jump right into these questions. Okay, all right, so the first question: what is your goal for your business this year? My goal is to sell out of everything that I currently have, period, and to develop some new products that I've always wanted to put my name on. I have a few things that I post on my Instagram so often about, like, if people already have these certain type of products, for instance a jade roller, just branching out of just makeup. That's what I really want to do. And another big one is to get into men's skincare. I have not a lot, but I have some really good guy friends, and just one text me today, hey, have you gotten any men products yet? And I'm like, no, because it's a different realm. Like, I don't know anything about men's stuff, so I'm still acquiring as much knowledge as I can. So that's another big thing that I want to do this year, is start something for the men. Okay, the men. All right, I got some water because I already know my throat gonna be dry. Do you have a morning routine? Yes. Now, some days I don't stick to it if I'm running late. That's the only thing, but I definitely do. I will film a video on that. Like, my weekly morning routine and my weekend is two totally different things, because I'm a teacher, so I have to get up quite early to get to work, but not like that on the weekends unless I'm trying to get to work on YouTube. But it's still very much different, so I will film that eventually. But yes, I do have a morning routine. Next question: what's the longest you've been single? Truthfully, okay, let me think about it. So the very first guy I really dated, because those middle school stuff, kissing back at the church, that don't count. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that counts, because we couldn't even do anything. We couldn't go anywhere. I didn't classify that as dating anyone. But my first boyfriend I had, I think, was in 2000. It was before I graduated high school. Between him and the second guy, I think it was 2 years. And then between the second guy and the third guy, it was 2 years again. And then the third guy and the current guy was, okay, God, please don't say 2 years. I think it's literally 2 years. Trying to remember, when did my heart break? I'm gonna say 2 years, maybe less than 2 years, but the most has been 2 years consecutively. Yeah, and I don't know if that's not long enough or is that too fast for me to have moved on, but yeah, it's pretty much 2 years. Now, I can say, just because I got a new boyfriend doesn't mean like I was all in when I did get it, if that makes sense. So yeah, we're gonna say 2 years. I really, yeah, I'm gonna just say 2 years. Okay, I'm done. All right, next question. The best decision you made this year so far? Well, continuing to pursue my business. I didn't give up, even though things got slow a little bit when I was like focused on graduating. But I didn't give up, and so far the best decision, well, I got monetized. YouTube paying me now. So I got monetized this year, so my best decision now is coming up with a consistent schedule that I am going to be filming, editing, and uploading my videos. Yeah, and also I would say just not allowing negativity to throw me off course. Like, there's been certain specific events that has happened where I probably should have responded, but I didn't. So I think that's the best decision that I've done for myself thus far. It's just moving on with my life. And I love it too. All right, next question. Worst thing you ever did in a relationship? Child. Okay, let's define worst, because I mean, my crazy don't have to be your crazy, if that makes sense. Okay, but one of the worst things I've ever did, I think I remember we're driving, me and this guy were driving in a car, and he pissed me off like really bad. And at that time I had a really bad temper. I was still in high school. So he pissed me off, and I was driving my sister's car. So he was in the passenger side of his best friend's ride trying to holler at me. No, I'm just kidding. So he was in the passenger side. He pissed me off, and I told him to get out. And it was kind of like so far away because I was supposed to be taking him home. We were just doing, I think we went to the movie or something. And I was not nowhere close to his house. I told him to get out. And he had to walk his butt home. And then it started raining. And I just kept driving, and I never went back. Yeah, I surely did. But I don't think that was the worst. I've taken off a license plate before. I'm not gonna expose myself because I'm not crazy, but I can get crazy. Like, I can get a little bit. Well, I've gotten like that in the past, but it's not worth it anymore. Like, if a man wants to drive you to the point like that, like you out of your mind, just girl, go. Leave it alone, sis. All right, next question. Would you ever do plastic surgery? Absolutely not. I actually really don't have a problem with people who do it because it's not me. Me personally, one, I don't like pain. Two, I'm very content with the way my body is. Like, if I wanted to tone up or get thick or slim down, all I have to do is go work for that. I don't personally think I would ever be able to sit there and let my body go under a procedure like that. I just don't like it. I barely like even getting my teeth clean because them tools be hurting. But the only thing I would do is get my teeth fixed, but that's because I have like a, in the past, like a couple of years ago, I had like a problem where my tooth was like so weak that they had to pull it out. So that's why this little one is a little bit shorter, because they had to pull it out and then like bridge it until I could get it permanently drilled into my jawline. So that is something, but it's not plastic surgery, I know, but it's a surgical procedure for sure. And that's the only thing I'm gonna do is get this bottom row fixed. Soon to come. Do you think you are ready for marriage? If so, why? So this is a yes and no question. Some days I really believe that, you know, no matter what, I know I'm gonna make a bomb wife because I'm a bomb person, period. So I know that the man that I marry is going to gain a lot from our marriage because I'm gonna give a lot. I'm a very giving person in a relationship. None of my exes ever say I was selfish, because I'm not that. I'm very giving. I'm very loving. Like, I'm a very loving person, and I believe that women, when they enter into marriage, like that first year, people say it's hard. I don't think it will be necessarily hard for me because I'm already giving a little piece of marriage, like during the relationship. Not too much. Now, I'm not saying, oh, I'm cooking and cleaning and washing your drawers. I don't do that. I made that mistake in my last relationship, I think, a little bit, but this go round, like, we just cool. Like, you grown, I'm grown, let's be grown together. So yeah, I do think that I am ready, but then like when situations arise, like where we're disagreeing and I don't want to talk to you or you don't want to talk to me, I was like, dang, what if we was married? We just have to stick it out like this. We can't go to bed angry. So stuff like that makes me think, well, child, let me go ahead and keep enjoying my singleness. Single as in not married. But I still think I'm ready. I mean, I'm 26, 27 in a few months. Like, I personally don't want to wait till I'm 30 years old. But then again, it's not up to me. So yeah, it's a yes and no depending on if I'm pissed off. But yeah, next question. How do you cut off someone, specifically girls? Well, so I have, the old me would just say just cut it off. But now I feel that if you know that you are supposed to, like, your spirit just doesn't align with whatever spirit that person may have, then just cut it off. Like, keep it like that. If it's bothering you, like, to your spirit, cut it off. If it's just they are an annoying person, hey, you can give them a warning or two, but at the end of the day, if you are old enough to be able to say, look, I'm grown and I don't need you in my life, then just do that. I have gone literally up and down with friendships, and I'm still I kind of still did this year, but now I'm to the point where I'm like, look, if you want me, you want me. If you don't, you don't. So it's a take it or leave it. If you want the person, you want them. You're allowed to not want to be friends with anybody anymore. You're allowed that luxury because it's your life and it's their life. If they don't want to be friends with you, you can't beg no one to be your friend. And I feel like that's the same thing. So if you feel like you need to let them go, then just do it. Now, if something happened that makes you want to let them go, I would confront the issue first, because I've made the mistake of completely blocking someone out when they try to explain themselves, and then years later I finally let them listen, and then like all that tension could have been avoided. So if it's something that made you think that you want to get rid of them, talk it out first and then get rid of them if you still want to at the end of that conversation. But just don't be mean. It's not worth being mean unless you just really needed to let this person go and they're just so toxic. Then by all means, just delete their phone numbers, stop following them on social media, because you're gonna have somebody that you don't want to be friends with on social media for what? Just make it make sense for you. So do what you have to do so that you're not torturing yourself. All right, next. What is the hardest thing about being a business owner and a teacher? Well, waking up. The hardest thing about being a teacher is waking up, and sometimes when I am in the classroom, I be wishing, like I sometimes wish that I was at home making a video or editing. So that's hard, like wanting to really do my passion, which is teaching, but also wanting to do my dream, which is YouTube content. So it's like I'm passionate about teaching because I know I'm good at it. I know that I have an impact, but then there's my YouTube where I feel that, you know what, this is where I'm gonna flourish in life for real, because it's hard to grow in the education system unless you keep going back to school and get more and more education, which I'm not trying to do, because I really want this side, which is my YouTube, my Instagram, everything like that, all the brand deals. That's where I'm really trying to go, so that by the time I have kids, I don't have to worry about taking time off, because I am my own boss. That's the hardest part. And yeah, again, waking up is just tragic. I'm late literally almost every day, no matter how early I go to bed. What are you most proud of? Just myself. I'm proud of myself because I'm doing so much. I was talking to someone the other day and they were like, dang, you know, like you are doing it. And I was like, am I actually? Because I didn't, last year was when we shut down and, you know, it was quarantine. So I didn't have any of the stuff that I really have now. My own place. I wasn't monetized on YouTube, so I was just doing YouTube when I felt like it, not when I really wanted to. I didn't have a business yet. So I'm just proud of, like, dang, I'm doing stuff. I graduated finally. I'm just proud of that. I'm actually like a grown-up. I'm grown, child. All right, the next question is, how do you like to be comforted when you are sad or upset? I think I like to be told that it's gonna be okay, things like that, like things that just like keep me okay. I do like gifts, flowers, cards. Well, not cards. I'm not gonna talk about that. Flowers, just something, some type of act of kindness. If I'm really upset, that will help. Where do you hope to be in your future? So I'm gonna say in the next 5 years, I hope to be married, and I hope to have at least one kid, and I hope to be in my dream home, and I hope to be doing YouTube full time, and my car is paid off. That's my ultimate top 5. If you had all the money in the world, what would you buy? I would build my dream home. I would pay off all my debt. I would buy my mom and dad a house, and I would save the rest for when I have kids. And I would travel. I would be out of here. Gone. Out. Dipped. Gone. What's your biggest regret? Wasting time with people, or trying to see something different in people that they're actually showing me. That's just my biggest regret. It's just, I just feel like I wasted so much time doing that, but it's okay. But yeah, if you know something ain't right, then just dead that situation, that person, that thing. That's my only regret, is like giving so many excuses. What makes you laugh the most? Myself, actually. Out of all your family members, who are you the closest to? So it used to be Mary, but Mary moved away. Truthfully, I don't even know. Growing up, I was close to a lot of my sisters, and I think because now that I live by myself, I'm just kind of like in my own bubble, but not in a bad way. Don't take this the wrong way. I just feel like I'm not like this with everyone anymore, but that's not a bad thing because I'm still very active in the family. I just live by myself. So but you know, my little sister Natalie, she comes over. She'll, you know, whenever she wants to, she knows she's more than welcome to come over. But yeah, I'm trying to get the closest to my dad, I'll tell you that. I'm trying to do some daddy-daughter things. I have some things coming up. We're gonna be doing some stuff on the camera if he let me put him on camera. But yeah. What do you do when no one else is around? Well, I live by myself, so I'm doing what I gotta do to keep this place tidy and clean. I'm cleaning up. I'm watching YouTube. I'm watching Netflix. I'm watching whatever show I feel like watching. I'm walking around the house however I please because I live by myself. I'm eating. I'm cooking a lot. I cook a lot now that I live on my own. When I was at my mom's house, I didn't cook because food was already there by the time I got home. Because at that time I was working a morning job and a night job. So by the time I got home, there was always already food, or I would pick up food on my way home. So I cook a lot on my free time. And because I need to eat. Where do you want to travel the most? I really want to go to Mexico this year for my birthday. And then after that, the possibilities are endless. What is one thing people don't know about you? I'm very emotional behind closed doors. I don't be just crying, that's not what I mean, but I'm very like, I think about certain people a lot, whether we fell out or I just think I'm very thoughtful gift wise, but I also think and pray for people that have either wronged me or I'm just not close to anymore. That's something people don't know about me. Would you ever get a tattoo? Yes, I would. Personally, I don't condone it. I mean, I don't have a problem with people who have tattoos. I would just be careful of what I put on me and who I go to put on me, anything. I always said that when I have my first child or I got married, then I would do it, because those are like significant moments in life. I could totally do it if I want to, because I mean, we're grown-ups here. I think you just have to be careful who you go to and what it is you put on and what's your reasoning. But yeah, I don't have a problem with tattoos at all. My boyfriend has tons of tattoos and it's all good. Do you want to have kids? Absolutely. I want to have a lot of kids, actually. That's why I want to work at home. I really want to work at home. Really. What do you love to cook the most? Honestly, I don't have a favorite dish, but I have something that's super simple, but it's super good, and that's white coconut rice with sausage and onions. It's just really good. The way I do it is, and I really like making salmon as well. If I could change one thing about myself, what you gonna change? Just the way I deal with certain things sometimes. Sometimes I'm too emotionally invested in things, and then sometimes I really don't care. So it's like up and down. I wish I could just have a balance of how I deal with things, but everything is different. So you're gonna deal with things differently or as they come. So that's that. Anywho, that is all of the questions. I am super happy. Sorry, my notifications are going off on my phone right now because I just posted some bomb pics in this outfit. So make sure you check your girl out on Instagram because I be killing the gram a little bit. But yeah, thank you guys so much for your questions. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you stay tuned for the next video, whatever that may be, and I'll talk to y'all later. It's water in here, y'all. I promise it's water. It's completely just water. I just got a lot of red cups. Bye.